and it's going to work better to call an audible if you're there.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I've really appreciated the two presentation or the presentations we've seen so far. I absolutely agree. AWC spot on. Obviously, we all need money at our city level, and it's hard to come by with the priorities at the state, federal, and county level. I do believe we need to. I know the nice word is road usage tax. I think it's a mileage tax, and I think that's going to be necessary to implement in the future. As a city, we've had to really become creative. Obviously, we use the TBD to our advantage. The problem is in our city, we raise about $1 million a year. And based on some of the numbers you just saw, that doesn't get us very far. But we've been very thankful for the TIB money. We're a more developed city than most cities, and a lot of our cities are now, particularly in the tighter Seattle area, where advantages on some of the impact fees for development and so forth aren't as opportunistic as other cities, maybe on the outskirts. Now, we have been creative. We have worked with Safe Routes to School to get funding, things like that. We also, we don't, other than the stormwater management, the utilities like sewer, water, et cetera, they cross different municipalities. So what we've done is we entered into franchise agreements and so forth where we partner with them. So if they dig up a road, what we try to do is partner with all the utilities so they can do the work in the same space. We can all save money. And an example is we have roads that are 70 years old in some of the neighborhoods. We had one of the water companies replace their water line. So that, of course, they're required to replace half. Well, we were able to take the TBD money and pave the other half. Therefore, we were able to get all those roads paved because of that. But it's been this creativity we've had to do, and it's a real struggle. I'd like to find a way that obviously with the TBD, the city takes a tremendous reputational hit. I have to explain the $40 additional fee in their card tabs on a regular basis. And in most cases, I have the attitude of like, look, do you mind paying taxes if they go to what they're supposed to go to and they're well spent? But it's an argument that's sometimes tough to win. But that's the truth, is it's effective. But if it wasn't for some of these programs that the state and of course AWC lobbies for us, we couldn't do it. The Safe Routes to School, right now, in many cases, we had one project, I think they covered 82% of the cost. We wouldn't have been able to do it otherwise. And we, in this particular situation, because it's so expensive to bury the power lines, we had to forego the $2.5 to $3 million that would have cost addition to the project that we were doing. I mean, the bottom line is, any way and every way we can get money. It is concerning hearing the TBD thing that the TIB thing that the match that the cities will have to do is going to grow. I'm going to tell you right now, at the current rate and the options we have to raise money, then we were making some progress, and that just went backwards if we don't get more ability, or that gets funded where we can get a higher share of percentage to the project. That's short and sweet right there. That's what I got.
Merrick, yeah. Could you tell us a little bit about the demographics of Des Moines?
So we're a population of just shy about 32,000. We're all surrounded by cities. There's really very little unincorporated county. Our demographics are average age is about 37. We're about a 50% population of color. Lower average income. I think our median income is about 72,000. We have a variety of housing, from multifamily like apartment type buildings to high-end homes on the water. We're a very, I would say, we are the future of what most cities will look like, particularly in the greater Puget Sound area, where we're a definite and complete mix of people. I will say this, we have light rail, that came in with, you have 3 stations that are not in our city, but border, our north and south and central areas. So that's going to be interesting. We are working on some trails for like green transportation, and we're doing an experiment, for the next 2 months on passenger ferry service. Eventually, we'd love to see something electric that's Tacoma, Des Moines, Seattle as another multimodal transportation form.
So the Gold Coast there against Puget Sound doesn't drag your overall tax base up dramatically.
And in fact, it hurts us, and as well as does the negative impacts of the SeaTac airport.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing that and for being flexible so that we could get